Namaskar, good morning, Ram Ram, and the start of the year with this beautiful information. One more batch coming from 15th of March 2025. Learn astrology with Akashji, just sitting at home with Zoom. All the module is on the screen, so most welcome. And now the let's enter to the first week, which is 5th Jan to 11th Jan, and how this week will be of New Year because you have lots of expectations. So how it will be? Let's welcome Akashji from Calgary, Canada. For all 12 signs, Namaskar, Ram Ram Akash ji.
नमस्कार रोहित जी राम राम good morning good evening good afternoon good night जो लोग however they are watching. So today we will talk about 5th of Jan to 11th of Jan 2025. I know the last week we missed. I am very sorry for that. My daughter little one not doing good, so I said ki no work first, kids then everything else. Now she's fine, absolutely fine. 15 March 2025, Astrology for Beginners. The new course is starting. So, those who have enrolled already, welcome and all the best. And those who are enrolling now, ASAP, because it is going to end very soon, the enrollment. For Aries ascendant people, Moon is entering into Pisces this week. With Moon in Pisces, where the eclipse is going to happen, this is where Rahu and Moon will make a combination. So those who are planning to travel to foreign countries, those who are trying to go to far distance places, or those who are planning, or those who have started just very new. There's New Year resolution of meditation, yoga, and things like that. Try to continue this for a longer period of time. Those people who are trying to go abroad, you may see a great news here, and there may be possibility that you may get the visas and everything done. So that's a very positive because fourth house lord is in the 12th house, right? So going to a foreign country to start something new is possible. Later, Moon will enter into Aries, again a Rashi Parivartan yoga between Moon and debilitated Mars. So Moon is in the house of Mars, Mars is in the house of Moon. This is again a very great placement for Moon, especially both are having the common aspect. Yani, Mars is looking at the 7th house, Moon is also looking at the 7th house. This is a time of gains through partnership. If you're into partnership business, or partners, or with your partner, with your spouse, with your business partner, with whatever it is, there can be some gains that is coming, and gains from real estate also can be seen through partnership. So great news for people who are even in that area. Moon then enters into Taurus, becomes exalted. So one and one, Moon is getting better and better and better. And here it comes to the best area. Moon entering into Taurus, into the second house with Jupiter making Gajkesari yoga. Jupiter is retrograde at the moment, but still Jupiter is a benefic planet. Here Moon is going to aspect, both Moon and Jupiter are going to aspect the 8th house. So those people who are waiting for inheritance, those people who are waiting to learn, study, getting into new education streams, even like occult, even like anything to do with what we say, any research based projects, or those who want to apply for their PhDs and whatnot. Education wise, also great time for all the people. Second house is the house of family as well, where Moon is going to transit. So family wise also we can expect some great positive news in family. Because Gaj Kesari happening in the house of speech, those who are in speaking business, especially teachers, especially those who are in marketing business, say speaking all the time, those who are motivational speakers, astrologers, those who are into the field of something to do with speaking, communication, will do absolutely wonderful. And that does not only constrain to this, it goes on till Moon enters into Gemini, into the Pakka house of Mercury, aspected by Mercury. That means emotional speaking, emotional communication, good relationship with siblings, and there can be possibility of short distance travel that you are supposed to be doing around January 11th and onwards. So this is what is overall the situation for all the Aries ascendant people. Now remember, Moon is going to be sitting 12 from itself. So short distance travel can also be to a very foreign country, where you may explore different kind of culture or religion, or maybe some different practices. So that is what is possible here. This time, if we talk about outer planets, the other planets, sorry, the planets that are just still and not changing anytime, that is, Venus is getting towards higher degrees to get into exaltation this month. On other hand, Saturn and Venus together, this is such a beautiful yoga for you. It is like all the manokamna, all the wishes are going to come true, and there is going to be wealth also in abundance that is coming to you. Those who are in love life, especially romantic partner wise, you may see a great time here. In fact, there is possibility that love life wise some proposals or maybe marriage proposals are also coming. So there is absolute wonderful placement of planets here. All the best, guys. It's like a very beautiful week for you. And 15th of March 2025 is when we will start Astrology for Beginners, the 8-week course. You don't take this course very lightly. It is not for beginners, actually. It's for people who know astrology but know more deeper and deeper and through the basic, like which you have not even heard sometimes. So let's hope and let's understand here. It has so many surprises in it, like Rohiji Sade Sati, Gulika, this, that, Nakshatras. It's going to be fun. So all the best. Taurus ascendant people. Now, Moon enters into Pisces here. Now, when we look at Moon here, Moon is the Lord of the third house, going to the 11th house. Those people who are in social media, those Taurus ascendant people who are in communication business, social media, someone who's working on group settings, larger group settings. This is a time that some recognition can come. So, the beginning of the year with a great news. And top of that, Rahu and Moon are making a conjunction. This is called Grahana Yoga. In this time, Moon, that means mind, comes under illusion also. So don't, people may try to corner you or make fun of you. Just be very careful about it, that you don't get carried away with such emotional or such stupid people in the world who will try to bring you down. You have to be powerful. Your goals are powerful and you will achieve this year. It's a very, very nice time for all the people. But yeah, a great time for people, because Moon entering into Aries is another great news. There is a Rashi Parivartan Yoga that immediately happens. Moon in the house of Mars in the house of the Moon in debilitated, both have a common aspect, and that is the sixth house. This is the time that enemies will not be able to give you any kind of bad, enemies will not be able to trouble you. You may be more powerful than your enemies. Secondly, if there is any expected wealth that is supposed to come through enemies, it is going to come through insurance, it is going to come through health, it is going to come. So some kind of positive news is also coming. Moon in the 12th house becomes very, very, Rohiji, it can become very, very overwhelmingly emotional. So it is a time that being practical is more important. Emotional between 7th to 9th of January, some losses, some expenses also can happen in emotion. So, careful about it. Later, Moon enters into Taurus, into the ascendant, in conjunction with Jupiter, making the Gaj Kesari Yoga. This is a very beautiful yoga, and because Moon and they are both aspecting in the 7th house, there can be gains from spouse or gains from partnership. In fact, because this is an exalted Moon, this is the time to really make wishes. Your first of January was not the time. This 9th of January till 11th of January is the time of goal setting. So please set your realistic goals from 9th to 11th of January, because goals set during this period will prosper, and you will see that there is going to be a lot of benefit that you will get. Later, Moon will enter into Gemini, into the second house for you, wealth house. Now, third house Lord in the second house, this means that wealth through communication. So those who are in communication business, wealth is coming for you. Those who are in banking and finance, wealth is coming for you. Those who are in related to IT, some kind of new progress also you can see, like, those who are engineering or engineer kind of energy, you will see some prospects like that. In fact, hidden inheritance, family wealth can also be seen. If you're expecting wealth or any kind of help from your mother or from your siblings, younger siblings especially, you may see that there is a great possibility now they will come for your immediate help during this time. Now, 15th of March 2025 is Astrology is coming to you for 8-week course. So those who are interested, more details are in the link below. Just click on the link and Samantha will help you with all the details about it. All the best. Very good news about this course is that we have also, I know it is difficult for everyone to pay at once. So there is all the EMI system, like, in 3 months you can pay. So there is no problem. Money is not a problem. Your ability or wanting to learn is a big thing that I want. Gemini ascendant. So Moon enters into Pisces here, into the 10th house with Rahu. So 10th house is the place where illusion can happen. Any illusion kind of activity or illusion kind of energy can, take place. So we have to be very, very careful here. We have to make sure that in the career area or occupation area, for power, for rank, for not to play any politics on other people. So number one, year starts with telling you that just be very careful about politics. That is one major thing that we have to look at. Otherwise, because Moon here is the Lord of the second house in the 10th house, there can be gains in wealth in your professional area. So those who are in business can see, because see, Gemini people are business people. These people are ruled by Mercury. Mercury is all about business. So here you may expect some business, positive results in business. And That's what we will see in the beginning of the year. Then the Rashi Parivartan Yoga between the second house lord and the 11th house lord happens. This means the wealth that was stuck, or the goals that were stuck, or there was no hope for you to move forward for something, will now completely release. Yeah, that energy will release, and lot of positive new opportunities will come. This is a time for you, absolutely this week especially, is for you to meet many people, like go out, meet people, try to be in some events, try to take things forward. Any real estate money that is stuck, you may feel that now you will start seeing that there is a great benefit that you are getting real estate wise. The money is coming to you, a lot of positivity is coming. Only health problem, because Mars, this, if you look at moon is going to get debilitated very soon here, oh sorry, exalted very soon, that it's going to the 12th house. So money from foreign country, gains from foreign country can come, but because this is exalted in the 12th house and putting a debilitated aspect on the 6th house, here there can be a little bit of challenge. And that challenge, Rohitji, can be related to um, health wise. You have to be careful, especially those women who are ruled by, currently going through Mars Mahadasha or Moon Mahadasha, may experience a little bit of problem related to their their monthly cycles. That is where the problem here can start, and you can start facing such things. On the other hand, if you see Moon making Gach Kesri Yog in the 12th house, those who are waiting to get some foreign good news from foreign country, wealth from foreign country, visa from foreign country, green cards and whatnot, some process is happening, and there is going to be positive outcome about it. Expenses in a good way. Now, good way expenses means that suddenly, I'll tell you what happened, Rohitji. Yesterday in the morning, we were just sitting having a cup of tea, and I was not having tea, I was having decaf coffee. So my wife told ki, today's first, shall we also do one puja? I said, who will come on first? Pandit ji will not come on first, right, for puja. Suddenly she said, let me message. She messaged and Panditji said, yes, okay, 5:30. I'm like, okay, wow. So suddenly expenses came. I started running, getting all the stuff and whatnot. So some kind of things like this will come to your life, where suddenly some kind of expenses can come for the good reason, some good reason. So why not do some spiritual activities also? Finally, the second house lord, the lord of wealth, will come to the ascendant, and whenever moon is in the ascendant, such people become very, very bright. This is also that bright time because it is Purnima. It's going to be full moon, and during this time you will feel very much bright, energetic, powerful. So on an overall scene, this week is a very positive week. For love life also, if you see, the fifth house lord is fifth from itself, so this is the time that love happened. Now it is going to get into some serious things. On education also, fifth house lord is in the ninth house, so this means higher education is possible for people of Gemini ascendant. So higher education wise also, you will see a growth. Also, there is possibility of travel, like travel is there. Travel, you Gemini ascendant people cannot stay in one place. They will keep traveling on and on and on and on. That's what is going to happen for all you guys. All the best, guys. Have a great wonderful week, and do subscribe. And 15 March 2025 is when the new course will start, for which 3 easy installments are also available. So talk to Samantha about it and enroll ASAP, so that we can start working on the astrological, what is it, get to the basic and understand from basic to very, very kind of advanced. I know, all the basic people who joined could not understand. It's very, very advanced in a way for basic people also. So come with an open mind, and only those people who want to learn come. Those who know about astrology, you can go and keep interpreting, then don't come to learn. Those who want to learn from basic, that no one knows anything, that please come. That is what is request. Cancer ascendant people. So moon enters into Pisces here, into the ninth house. Ascendant lord in the ninth house. This means Bhagya Uday. Your destiny in the beginning of the month only is so positive, so nice, that we can see positivity starting here in the beginnings from 5th of January onwards. Your in fact, this is the time of getting a lot of blessings from spiritual activities, going to pilgrimages, trying to go for some travel also. Sudden travel also can happen, because moon is sitting with Rahu is all sudden. Suddenly some expenses, suddenly some travel can come. So this is what is going to may happen during this time. Later, here it goes to the only one thing, when moon and Rahu are together in the ninth house, and since moon is getting into full moon and approaching a full moon, it is a very important time when all this nazar dosha, when all these things like a bad evil eye or people jealous from you can happen. So very careful, make sure that small kajal behind your ears should be there. All the beautiful girls and boys, so don't worry. For boys there is no nazar, for girls only there is. So put this beautiful kajal behind you, so that at least you are safe during the Purnima period. Always be very careful, Cancer ascendant people, because you will be very vulnerable. You will be very, very exalted that time, and people will get jealous from you. So, but otherwise, a nice time for you. Don't disrespect any gurus or any kind of people who have learned from, because Rahu and Moon are coming together. This can create that challenge of what you say, curse, shrap. Here, Moon enters into Aries. There is a Rashi Parivartan between two Kendra lords, the Lord of the 10th house in the first house in the 10th house. So, this is the Rashi Parivartan. A very big breakthrough in career is coming, or some new job opportunity is coming, some new hierarchy is coming, some new possibilities are coming. So, let's hope that here something clicks. If you're going through Moon and Mars Mahadasha, or any kind of Antardasha, Pratyantardasha, Sukshma Dasha, Prana Dasha, we can see that there is going to be some kind of spike in the career area of your life, that there is going to be some kind of positive spike here, which is very, very great for you. In the home life, there will be emotional ups and downs, so there we have to be careful, okay, this week. Finally, your Lagna Lord goes to the 11th house, and I told you there is going to be professional spike, and because of that professional spike, there will be and gains coming to you. Gains coming in the 11th house, and especially this Guru and Moon together, it's going to be very pleasant. So socially also, which is going to be very important. When we get some gains, or today I got the certificate, today someone from my boss gave me this, that we put it on social media, so we get a little bit of fame also. So this fame and name kind of things can come. Careful about children's health, because your Moon is going to put a debilitated aspect on the 5th house, and 5th house lord is already debilitated. So here kids health has to be taken in number one consideration. Love life or misunderstanding in love relationships can happen, so we have to be careful in that exalted state, in this powerful emotional state. We don't want to make that emotional go bad, so we have to be powerful here and make sure that emotion is very much well maintained. On the other hand, Moon is going to get into Gemini on January 11th. Getting into Gemini, aspecting Sun here causes Purnima. That means there is going to be a complete full moon here. Very good time for blessings. And what do you need, Cancer ascendant? This is a very good time to do Vrata from 11th of January to 12th till 13th of January. Between this, whenever Purnima is there, do fasting, because this is that Purnima that is going to help you. It is exactly happening after exaltation of Moon, and when Moon goes into Gemini and it comes into exact Purnima here. So ascendant lord in the 12th house, this is an absolute time to do paschatap. Paschatap means to remove the evil effects of the karmas that we have done, or we regret that we have done in the past. Guruji, I was listening to a story, and it said that God, Murarji Bapu was saying this. Murarji Bapu is a very, very good spiritual leader and speaker, from Gujarat. He said that when we will all die and we will all go to God's what you say, in front of God, he will not ask that why did you not do this, why did you not do that, why did you not pay attention to me, whatever it is. He said, I gave you such a beautiful world, I gave you such a beautiful life, why did you not live it to the fullest? You need to live your life to the fullest. You need to make sure that every day is blessing, and that's what is required for this kind of placement of Moon gave me this thing, because this is a time when your spiritual light, the linga, the Shiv linga, not the outside one, the inside one. What is the Shiv linga? If you look at the linga, it is just like a jyoti. It is, if you go and look at a candle flame very, very nicely, you will see that it is just like a shivling only. It's a jyoti that is inside you, and that will glow up. That's what this exact placement is. Many people, during the time of full moon and during the time when they have 12th house moon, such people either go to mental asylum, either get enlightenment, Rohit, either get any kind of trouble with the government, or either become very, very extremely saintly, like they become extremely enlightened and saintly. So depending on the placement of your moon, the degree, the aspects, and whatever it is, there will be more in we can dive deep more into it, but this is a very, very beautiful placement, 11th of January onwards. And a vrata, or a complete fasting, should be maintained, so that your and especially water fasting should be done, or either take water, 2 or 3 liter of water once in the morning, like one totally, and then don't drink it all day, so that your whole body can come into balance. That's what is required for all the Cancer ascendant people this week. But a great time, like super time. And 15th of March onwards, we are doing Astrology for Beginners, the 8-week course. So for this also, many Cancer ascendant people have been in the course, and they can comment below and let you know how their experience is. So those who want to join, there is a easy, I feel for you, but I live in a very tax heavy country, so I have to keep this much fees. But proper installment system has been installed, and you can ask Samantha about it, and she will be able to help you at how and what you need to do for it. All the best for all the people. Leo ascendant people. When we talk about Leo ascendant, Moon will enter into Pisces here, and Moon is entering into the 8th house. But Moon is the 12th house lord. This means this has initiated a Viprit Raj Yoga. Viprit Raj Yoga means this is not something very easy. It means that some kind of expenses, some kind of big losses, but that would have been necessary. Some kind of big expenses will come, which is necessary for you. Some kind of big trouble will also go away, which was unnecessary. So, all in all, some good news is coming for Leo ascendant people in the beginning of the year. But more good news is coming from 7th of January. As soon as Mars and Sun, they are changing their Rashi Parivartan Yoga between 9th and 12th house lord. So this is a time of foreign travel. There can be sudden foreign travels that you may come across, and you will say, oh my God, I have to go to foreign country. This is what will initiate. This time is going to be expensive time. Huh? Your expenses are happening. There can also be possibility that some health related problems that you are going through, or health related issues that you are thinking, especially related to neck, shoulder, which is my shoulder is also frozen. Very difficult, man. From 3-4 days, I cannot even lift up my arm because of Mars being retrograde, debilitated. So it has created all this. Why? Because it is putting the fourth aspect on the third house, and this is the house related to shoulder, hands, anything to do with your back and neck, such where problems can happen. And Moon is also looking here, so there will be little relief, but yeah, some kind of medical advice is needed. Those people who are excited for their higher education to foreign countries will also see great progress here, or maybe they will get a small envelope, open the passport, and visa will be there. So great news coming to all the US and people. This Rashi Parivartan Yoga is very, very amazing for achieving spiritual success, because the Dharma Lord is gone to the Moksha house, and the Moksha Lord has come to the Dharma house. So for getting Dharma, for getting moksha, invoke your dharma, activate your spiritual energy, meditation, going to humanitarian events, doing some kind of work, volunteering work with non-government organizations, or someone who's trying to really bring a change to the society, helping them is what is required. Donations are required by Leo ascendant people this week. Later, it's not the end. Gaj Kesari Yoga happens. Now, if you must have seen Leo ascendant people, since the time Jupiter has moved to your 10th house, in beginning it will start showing some positive results, but then suddenly it becomes of no use. And that is why, because it is retrograde at the moment. Once it from retrograde, it becomes direct in few months. Next month, I think, Rohit, next month, you will see that it turns direct, and suddenly everything will start happening. But here, Moon, the 12th house lord, is sitting 11th from itself. Those who are expecting some news from foreign country for their job, those who are expecting something related to work, politics, power, anything to do in government also, you will see a great time for you that has started. Great time. In fact, because Gaj Kesari Yuga is happening in the what do you say, Kendra, your career and the occupation area, those who are in business also, it will completely flourish now. Like without you putting in so much effort, it will flourish. So it's a beautiful time for you. Later, Moon will enter into Gemini, and this time when Moon enters into Gemini, this will be a full moon, a Purnima, a very beautiful Purnima. This is the time that all your wishes can come true. So make sure during this time, 11th till 13th of January, make a very, very important wish. Absolutely do. If anyone wants to do mantra chanting, want to invoke anything related to some deity, like maybe Kal Bhairava, maybe Ma Kali, maybe Ma Bagla Mukhi, maybe Lord Vishnu, maybe Lord Shiva, Lord Ma Saraswati, Ma Lakshmi, this is a very, very awesome time, especially because whenever this absolutely, if you see Sun and Mercury are together, and Sun and Moon will be exactly opposite. Whenever this thing happens every month, there is there is this full moon. But this is not a simple full moon. It is a full moon when Sun is in the house of Jupiter, and Moon is aspecting that house. and sun is aspecting the 11th house. So this is a very special time, because when moon is in the house of, when moon is aspecting or making any relationship with Jupiter, or it was closely associated to Jupiter before it came here, it is going to have that qualities of Jupiter and give you expansion in that area. So make sure that in the area of progeny also, kids, those who are trying to conceive, this is a very, if this your date falls here, that you can try for ovulation, and 11th of January till 13th 14th of January it's happening, one of the best time for you to conceive also, because it is going to be illuminating, the energy in this world is going to be illuminating with positivity. So great time, great amazing time. 15 March 2025 onwards, we are starting Astrology for Beginners, the 8-week course, which will be there for all the people. So those who are joining, those who have already joined, thank you so much. Welcome to the team. And those who are interested in, they can comment below. Samantha will help you with all the details. I think by end of this month only we will complete the whole batch. So those who are thinking about later, 14th or 15th of March we are starting it. So just make sure you're ready. Virgo ascendant people. Now, Rohitji, moon is entering into Pisces here. When we look at moon, it is the 11th house lord. So it is very, very well placed for Virgo ascendant people. Very, very, extremely well placed, and extremely well placed zodiac for them. Here, moon entering into the 7th house. Now, if you look at 7th, it is ninth from the 11th house. That means your destiny related to partnership can rise during this time. And especially it will come, your partner can come through, or your partnership can come through a very large scale, large setup. That can happen. On the other hand, when we talk about moon entering into Pisces, it is entering in Pisces, and there is Rahu in great position right now there. So something, see, money from partnership can come, gains from partnership can come, destiny can rise, but spouse and husband and emotional balance has to be maintained by ourselves. There can be some challenge in the emotional area this week. Mm, issue related to emotional, because moon and Rahu here will make that Grahan yoga, and there can be some kind of illusion which may cause misunderstandings, and emotionally you may become weak or weakest. That's what is possible here. Then moon enters into Aries, into the Ashtam Sthana, but there is a complete in Rashi Parivartan between the 11th and the 8th house lord. This means that sudden gains through partnership, through money, through shared resources, through a property, through speculative gains, through lottery, some kind of sudden gains is seen for all the Virgo ascendant people. So hope for the best that something great comes out, but health wise we have to be careful. 8th house is the house of, suddenly, indigestion, or problem in the anal area of the body. In anus there can be hemorrhoids or such kind of development that can happen. And with moon here in this sign, like especially in the sign of Mars, aggressive fire sign, here it can create some kind of indigestion or maybe food poisoning kind of problem. So careful about eating as well. Then moon and Jupiter goes to the 9th house, making Gaj Kesari yoga. Very good time for education people. Those who are doing PhDs, those who are doing any higher education, great time for them. Those who are thinking about getting into new higher education, you may now get into it. Now start working towards it. Those who are into the field related to research, spirituality, religion, education, teaching, again a super time for them. In overall, it is a time of blessing. A blessing comes, and when moon is exalted with Jupiter especially, this is a very specific powerful Gaj Kesari yoga happening in the house of dharma. First house, 5th house and 9th house are a house of dharma. How? I'll tell you. First house is dharma, second house is artha, third house is kama, fourth house is moksha. Dharma, artha, kama, moksha. Dharma, artha, kama, moksha. That's why second house is artha, right? Fifth house is artha. What is the seventh? Sorry, second house is Artha, Kama, Moksha, Dharma, Artha. Sixth house is Artha, sorry. So second house, 6th house, and 10th house. This triangle exactly is the Artha triangle. That means this is the house of money, this is the house of work, and this is the house of career. All this creates to one single thing, and that is called Artha. Artha means money. So because of second house, 6th house, and 10th house, you will always see money of your chart, that where and how it is placed and where it will come from. See, all this free gyan I give you, but you don't subscribe. Anyways, moving forward, after moon leaves from this place, it is going to enter into the 10th house, and this is the time of a Purnima, and especially the illumination is happening in the career area of your life. What to do during Purnima? Number one, fasting is very important, because moon, 70% of the body is made out of water, and moon controls the emotions. That's why, how it controls the ocean, it controls the emotion. In this time, business wise, not big decisions should not be taken. You should think about it, but not to be taken, not to be implemented. Say first. Secondly, in the career area, not to be over. You remember that moon is a planet that does not have light of its own. It takes the light from sun and then illuminates. So here also, you don't have anything of your own. Everything is God given. Everything is given by that Almighty. So you are no one. You are not a very big, some very over the top personality, more bigger than God or anyone else. So make sure that you are humble should be there. You should not be egoistic. And because moon gets the light of sun, and it becomes very powerful, it becomes very aggressive. And that's why moon is the most cursed planet out of all. The biggest to biggest curse happens on moon only, nothing else. Like even Lord Ganesha with moon. Even if you see, what you say, Rahu and Ketu with moon, even Surya with moon, Amavasya happens. So the most cursed planet here is moon only. So moon say, Hamesha just be very careful. Just don't try to act smart with it. When it is illuminating very powerful, you also illuminate powerful with spiritual energy, not with any over the top happiness energy that I am the greatest. No one is better than me. No, it is not possible. Everyone is dust, came from the dust, goes to the dust. 15 March 2025, weekends, 8 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. We'll do Astrology for Beginners course. So all the best for those who have already joined and those who are joining. Great news for them. I know many people requested about EMI and they've got it. Like they can pay into 3 installments. So absolutely very good. $15 per class is the amount that I have kept. You can pay it in 3 installments as well. That's what I can do, not more than that. So all the best, guys. Libra ascendant people. When moon enters into Pisces on January 5th, it is going to go into the 6th house. The moon is the lord of the 10th house, that is going into the 6th house of workplace. This means that there is going to be some progress in workplace, some great progress in workplace. But don't get carried away with this energy because Rahu is here. So speculatively, some enemies in the back can be eyeing some bad things for you. So there you have to be a little bit of careful. Enemies, we do not want to let them take much advantage of us. So that's where. Secondly, health wise also, especially stomach, lower abdomen related health, there can be some pains, appendicitis pain, some kind of blood donation, some kind of things to do with some kind of visiting a hospital, either for you or either for someone else, can be possible. So that is also coming. This is one of the best thing that is happening to you when moon enters into Aries in beginning of the year, because Rashi Parivartan between moon and Mars here. Now, what is happening? Moon is in the house of Mars, Mars is in the house of moon, and exactly 10th from 10th is where moon. So this is the time of hierarchy promotion. If you are expecting anything, any news, any email, any letter, any promotion, any promise, this is that time that you will see from 7th till 9th of January, that promise is coming. Good news in terms of your married life also, good news in terms of your business partnership also, good news in terms of real estate also. Why not? Real estate, you, in fact, your personality, your energy will be too high because moon is aspecting the ascendant as well as Mars is aspecting the ascendant. So Mahalakshmi yoga is happening there. So you yourself will be responsible for the growth here, which is so positive, amazing. Then moon goes into exaltation, but it does exaltation in the wrong place, in the 8th house. Good for people who are in finance, financial domain, those who are in finance, fintech, finance technology, insurance, investments, banking, very, very speculative gains, anything to do with what we say, hedge funds. Super time for you, amazing time for you. But not those who are not in these areas and those who are in different prospects of their life. In research, astrology, numerology, astrology research, very great time. But those who are into any other day-to-day activities like normal business and all, you will see a little bit of, not downfall I will say, but a little bit of slow behavior here, because moon is exalted, very nice, but in the wrong place. Very, very specifically good for very specific people only, that you will see. But it is making Gaj Kesari Yoga. So don't forget that those people who are struggling, eyeing, in a lot of trouble related to inheritance money or shared resources, money that is come from partnership or some commission that has to come to you, or some kind of hidden money that that this is mine, it has to come to me somewhere or the else. Someone has borrowed money from you, not giving you. This is the time that you may receive suddenly out of a blue, say that okay, here is what it is. So let's be very positive and open about it. And then January 11th is when moon will enter into Gemini. This is the time that then full moon is going to happen. It is the time of Purnima. And Purnima happens, good things happen, especially after this Purnima. Exactly as soon Purnima ends, it will go and meet Mars in its own sign with Mahalakshmi Yoga. So this is what is building up to that thing. Ninth house Purnima, very good time for spiritual journeys, dharmic events, going to pilgrimages, going to temples, going and taking ashirwad from temples, traveling. This long distance traveling is also many people may be doing during this time. So it's a blessed period for all the Libra ascendant people as well. One thing, you should be very much devotee of Lord Shiva because of your ascendant, and the fifth house Lord is Saturn. Saturn prays in front of Lord Shiva. Secondly, in this time, because Moon is in the ninth house, and especially in the house of Mercury, aspected by what you say, Mercury, you should also worship Lord Ganesha. From 11th to 13th of January, you should be worshipping Lord Ganesha. And after that, Makar Sankranti is also happening. Sun is also going to change position. Moon is also going to change position. Again, they are going to come back on 14th. Moon and Sun will be in front of each other again. So it's going to be again illuminated light. So let's during this time, just make sure go to the Panchang. I think 13th is when the Purnima is, and or just before Makar Sankranti, like one of the most blessing time for all the people. All the best. One small thing also, because in this chart, if you see, the current position of Saturn is in the fifth house and very soon going to the sixth house. Many people in appointments Libra ascendant, because they are the most favorite ones, right? Everyone comes to me, they are very worried about Saturn coming to the sixth house. Never ever worry, because remember, Saturn is the planet that is your yoga karka. Those who are Sadesati is also starting, don't worry, because for this Sadesati is a very positive Sadesati. If you have Aries moon and Saturn is coming here, it's a very positive Sadesati. So don't panic. I will make a complete longer version video about it. So please, I just wanted to tell that don't panic. Many people, Libra ascendant here, Saturn coming to the sixth. This astrologer is telling that this is, I don't care about any other people. What I will tell, if you want to listen nicely, listen, otherwise you will listen to fear only. I cannot help it. But something good is coming, very very positive is coming. And Rohitji also knows that when you listen to this, when you hear the whole research, you will say that my god, this is what we have been expecting and this is going to happen. So all the best. 15 March 2025 is when we are starting Astrology for Beginners, the 8-week course. So everyone is invited to join. There is $15 per class only, the cost, and it's going to be over 2 hours every weekend. Like, so 4 hours a week we will be learning this, and once a week for 8 weeks. All the best, and make sure that you are um, enrolled, and we can take this forward. Scorpio ascendant people. Now, Scorpio ascendant people are the second best now I have. The reason is because these people are such good researchers, man. Like, such good researchers. Like, they have the ability, like most of the PhD people I meet is Scorpio ascendant, Scorpio, PhD. Because look at this now. Ascendant is ruled by Mars, which is very awesome, aggressive, and ambitious planet. And 8th house is ruled by Mercury, which is all about research. And unless and until they research, they don't get gains. So such people in finance, financial research, normal PhDs, education, teaching, also mining, lot of research related deep work they do. Scorpio ascendant people, they have to work on more deeper things in life. Here Moon enters into Pisces, into the fifth house for you. Fifth house is the house of speculative gains, and here you can start or you can receive an information about a great speculative gain that is coming to you. And because Rahu is here, so that speculative gain can be massive, or it can be turning out to be a very very big thing. So let's hope for the best in the beginning of the week. Education wise, those who are thinking about education, great time for education, initiating into education for higher education, as well as those who are thinking of going abroad for education also, you may think about it, and it may fructify as well. Fifth house is house of kids. Little bit of stress related to kids can come because Rahu is here with Moon, so some mental stress related to kids can come. On the love life also, there can be emotional emotional adjustment that would be needed between you and your loved one. So this is also what is happening here. Later, Moon enters into Aries. Moon enters into the sixth house here. Once we look at Moon is the ninth house Lord, goes to the sixth house. And because Rashi Parivartan is happening, Moon is, Mars is currently in the house of Moon is here. So that means both the planets become very, very favorable. Enemies, this time Moon, because of your emotional approach, enemies will not be able to harm you. They will suddenly go away. There will be emotional. Only problem here is when Moon comes to this house, it is health. and especially the health that is absolutely related to your mental health, not about your physical health. We are talking mental health. Moon is the mind. Mental health wise, you may be overwhelmed in the work area. That can happen. So very careful about any kind of what we say, overburdening yourself in the work area. I think take things slowly. It is just beginning of the year, right? Things will come to track slowly, 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 slowly. People are also in still holiday mood. Long distance travel. Many people, Moon, as soon as enters Aries, 7th of January, may be traveling or in the flight because it is aspecting the 12th house. So why not? 9th house Lord aspecting the 12th house. So long distance travel is happening. And then Moon enters into Taurus, into the 7th house. This is that moment of truth which we are waiting for. 9th of January onwards, when Moon enters into Taurus, it is this yoga of, what you say, Gaja Kesari happening in the 7th house. So some very big gain from partnership, or if any promised gain from partnership is supposed to come, you will see that suddenly there is a income rise there, or there may be some promise, or maybe a check that is coming. Starting of new partnerships is also seen. Ending of partnerships into very, very dissolving partnership into like awesome things are also seen. So a beautiful thing is coming for all the Scorpio ascendant people this whole week. Relationship wise also, you will see that some mentor guru. See, what is Moon is the 9th house lord. That is mentor guru, some friend who's very, very idealistically giving you guidance. Such people will add a lot of what you say, value to your life. So try to connect to them, try to talk to them, try to understand your this week in more detail, or this month, this year in more detail. So all the best. And then this is the time when Moon enters into the Purnima energy. They are opposite to Sun. Sun is in higher degree, absolutely, because 14th of January it is going to take, but so by 13th of January the Purnima will begin. So Purnima begins here, continues for Mahalakshmi Yoga. This Purnima is Mahalakshmi Yoga also. So very good fasting is required for the Purnima, as well as those who are thinking about why not again benefit from partners. 8th house is benefit from in-laws, benefit from partners, sudden gains, sudden losses also. But Moon is not here going to give loss because it is the 9th house lord. Suddenly some kind of big research, some kind of big news is coming to you. So I'm just so happy to tell you that some very great wonderful news is coming related to some positive thing happening in 2025. Beginning of the year, you will say that, oh, my life is so superb sorted, amazing. So all the best. Amazing time for all the people. And 15th of March 2025, I am doing the course again, Astrology for Beginners, the 8-week course. 2 times a year I do this, March and then November. Yes, September, sorry. March and September. So make sure that you are enrolled so that you can may take the most benefit of it. $15 per class only. Okay, all the best. Sagittarius ascendant. Moon is entering into Pisces. Now, for you guys, Moon is the 8th house lord. Now, very big thing is happening this week for you, and that's why you should all be very attentive right now. Moon is entering into Pisces and especially into the 4th house for you. Here Moon and Rahu are together. Now when Moon and Rahu are together, it can create some kind of disturbance in terms of your mind getting a little bit overwhelmed, and this is the roots, the family area. Family wise disturbance can come. But on the other side, if you look at the positive side of Moon, this is the 4th house, is the place where Moon is the karaka only. So good news for mother, good health for mother. There is possibility of you, because Moon and Rahu are making Grahan yoga. If you are planning to go to foreign country, this is the time that you may something may initiate, and you may think that, okay, now we can go to foreign country, things are looking very nice here. On the other hand, if you look Moon and Rahu here, there is another thing here, real estate wise, or some kind of expenses related to home or house matter will suddenly come. Suddenly some kind of plumbing issue, suddenly some kind of problem related to electronics, water on electronics. You are sitting on laptop right now, and suddenly your glass will fall on the laptop, and your water wise problem can come. Moon and Rahu, electronic and water together. So some kind of things like this can come this week. So very careful, because if you're not taking care of this, then when Moon enters into Aries, this is like a Rashi Parivartan Yoga of 5th and 8th house lord, and this is the time of speculative, heavy speculative gain. Some great speculative gain can be achieved during this time. I don't know about crypto, but in stock market, yes. In real estate, yes. Through children, yes. Through lottery, yes. Through Sudden windfall, yes. Through in-laws, yes. Through partnership, yes. Through romantic relationship, yes. So through education also, yes. Something is coming for whatever area you're looking for. Some great news is coming. 7th and 9th January is like the peak awesome time for all the Sagittarius ascendant people. So make the most use of this time. Okay, education wise good, children wise good, everything wise very very positive. Don't leave this opportunity. Okay, because see, Rohit, it's not about only planetary placement. Why we do this yearly weekly reports is to understand the planetary aspects also. If you look at moon, it is aspecting the 11th house of gains. Mars is also aspecting 1 2 3 4th house, fourth aspect on the 11th house of gains. So bada gains, like big gains is coming. You have to be vigilant about it. Then comes Gaj Kesari Yoga. Those people who are applying for debt, those who are applying for jobs, those who are trying to get promotion or recognition in workplaces, because of Ketu in the 10th house, I know your work has become too much of what you say, stagnant, or maybe very very silent, or very मतलब बोलते हैं ना, halka during this year. I know this is happening, but what can we do? 2024 was a tough year. Now it is the year of Mars. You will see great news here, because Moon coming to the 6th house is making a Viprit Rajyog. So after a lot of struggle that you went through, now it is a time to get victory. So victory is also coming for you. Those who are applying for debt, for loans, for buying a property, for doing any investment, for starting a business, everything is going to be fruitful for you. Fruitful means very fruitful. Foreign travel is happening, can happen, but can lead to a lot of expenses, or someone's health in the family can lead to a little bit of expenses. So these two things is where we have to be vigilant about. Later, Moon enters into Gemini, and Gemini is the sign where we are talking about the powerful, uh, what you say, illumination that starts. Moon is very bright now in the sky. When you look up today on 11th of January, it's very bright. Not yet to New Purnima, because 13th, when it will be exactly in the degrees, exactly opposite to Sun, that is where it will start into getting into Purnima. But great time to for relationships, for career, for partnerships, for hierarchies, for getting into promotions. Great, great, amazing time. Both the luminaries, Sun and Moon, opposite to each other in the ascendant and in the 7th house, exactly opposite to each other in the major houses. That is very important. Is you are so blessed. Blessed means like beginning of the year, the luminary Sun and Moon has given you a very positive blessing, and you will see that this blessing will continue when the Rahu Ketu transit happens this year, because Rahu will go to the 3rd house, extreme courage, and Ketu to the 9th house, extreme blessings. This is what the highlight is: extreme courage and extreme blessings for Sagittarius ascendant this year. Amazing, like super. And 15 March 2025 onwards, we are doing Astrology for Beginners, the 8-week course. As you all know, we do it every year. The course fee is $15 per class. So please make sure that whenever you want to ask about it, you can ask Samantha. There are payment plans also available. I just want really honest students. It's not about money also. It's about that jazba of learning. Because if you will see that how passionately I will teach. So let's hope for the best. I just want great students to come who want to contribute something to Sanatana. Capricorn ascendant people. Now here Moon is entering into Pisces, into the 3rd house for you. 3rd house is the house and where Rahu is also sitting. It is the house related to your siblings, younger siblings. Here be very careful with relationship with younger siblings. Secondly, it can be also possible that short distance travel, suddenly some kind of travel will come to you and you may have to do it. Expenses related to siblings also can be seen. There is possibility that Moon being the 7th house lord, some kind of sudden travel can also be because of partnerships or partners, or maybe it's because of spouse also. Suddenly some travel, short distance travel may come. But Moon in the 3rd house is not considered very very favorable. Only thing is that the positive news about Moon is that Moon is getting into little bit of exaltation this week. So it will be illuminating very very nicely and powerfully. So let's be very happy about it. As soon as Moon enters here, this is a great news about real estate. Those people who are in real estate business, those people who have Moon in this area, those people, you see this Moon and what you say, Mars has done Rashi Parivartan. So that means happiness is coming through real estate. Some kind of great news to real estate is coming, or maybe some auspicious event in the real estate, like doing some kind of, or in your house or home or land or office, some kind of homam, some kind of puja, some kind of arti, some kind of good things is coming there. So let's let's hope for the best. Maybe, this is the house of mother. So between 7th and 9th of January, reunification with mother, or maybe meeting mother again, can also happen, because January 7th to 9th is when moon is coming here. So maybe you traveling short distance towards mother, or maybe mother traveling short distance towards you, can be also seen during this time. So all the best for this transit. Great news for vehicle. Any vehicle that you want to buy, this is a great time to conclude such things. Later, moon will be exalted in the fifth house, speculative gain. If you have not gotten into speculative gain, try to get into speculative gain. Try to get into share and stock market, because now as soon as Jupiter will turn direct, it will start giving you very, very great results about the fifth house. So try to invest little, so that it can become bigger over the years. So this is a very good beginning time to get into real estate, stock, or speculative gains. Those who are into education business, very good time. Those who are teachers, very good time. Those who are students, very good time. You may see that suddenly some powerful god has come to your mind and you are remembering everything, so that is good. On the other hand, Jupiter here is very good for startups for this day, especially 9 to 11. Very good to register companies, very good. Moon in Taurus is one of the best placement of moon. On top of that, this is also a time, do char art, this is also a time that romantic life also will see a very great, what you say, a very great progress here. Some romantic life can approach into marriage proposals now, so that is also great. And then finally, moon comes to the sixth house. This is not a very good placement health wise, especially because the seventh house lord is 12th from itself. So health wise, we have to be careful here, especially in the stomach health. Some kind of problem, stomach bug, stomach food poisoning can happen, because it is sitting in the house of Mercury, aspected by Mercury. If there is any problem related to skin diseases, thyroid, you may feel little bit relaxed about it. But waterborne diseases can come, jaundice, typhoid, anything related to do with waterborne diseases, because it has come to the sixth house. Not a very, it's a Maraka planet. Remember, in your chart, moon is a Maraka. That means it's a killer. And on the other hand, moon in the sixth house or eighth house is not. In eighth house, still it is benefic, but in sixth house, it is not benefic. Health wise, we have to be careful. Wealth is there, health is the challenge this week. So all the best. 15 March 2025, you will see Astrology for Beginners, the 8-week course that we will start. The Zoom recording will be there, and you will be able to access every recording, even if you miss it sometimes. The course fees is $15 per class. There is 8-week course, so make the most of this time. Really, this you want to learn astrology, then come. Otherwise, don't waste your time. My time, so I have to just give to you guys, but don't waste your time if you don't seriously don't want to learn it. Or if you know too much about it, then you already know, then don't come. This is for people who don't know anything about astrology. They will, someone, I'll tell you, Rohitji, when I came to Canada, I gave my driving test. I used to drive in India for 15, 10, 17 years, right? So I said, oh, driving test like this, I will pass. Yeah, I've been driving from 20 years. 5 times I failed. 5 times road test, because I was overconfident. Arey, mujhe to aata hi hai na. My wife, she did not drive any time in India. She came here and learned here only. First time she passed. Exactly what it is. Like sometimes when we have too much knowledge from different places, unless and until we want to forget that and come and learn something, then this is that course. Otherwise, it will be like me only failing 5 times, saying that what the hell, why did we get into this course? So don't get into course if you are not interested, or if you know everything about astrology. Don't get into this. Aquarius ascendant, January 5th is when moon will enter into Pisces. Now here, when we talk about moon and Rahu together, conjunction in the second house, this is called Grahana Yoga, happening in the second house. This is a house where speculative, suddenly income can rise, Suddenly income can rise. But remember, this is sixth house lord, and in the second house with Rahu, there can be false investment also that people may take from you. Suddenly someone will come and say, "Arey, paisa de do, I will make it double," or invest here, I have invested. So you will come in trouble here. So not to get into any investments during this time. Also, I would request from 5th to 7th of January, keep your mouth shut, because this is the time of this speech area is where this is happening. So you may communicate or speak some rubbish which can be emotionally disturbing for other person, and that can create a little bit of challenge for you and for your life. Okay, so wealth wise, no investments, shut up is the other word. Then it comes to the third house. Now do whatever you want. Now here it is making a combination. The sixth house lord is in the house of moon, and third house lord moon, there is a Rashi Parivartan. So sixth house lord, third house lord is in sixth house, sixth house lord is in third house. That means in your workplace, through your workplace or through your health area, there will be some communication that comes to you which may be very benefic in nature. Some test you're waiting for, that my mammogram is coming, let me see how it is, it will be positive for you. Something like other thing will coming, oh this is how it is, oh it will be positive for me. Some result is coming, some thing related to exam results are coming, it will be very positive for you. So let's, you know, give ourselves a shout for positivity that is coming. Beautiful time. Now moon is entering into Taurus here, into the fourth house, getting exalted. Moon is getting exalted in the fourth house, and this is the house of inner peace and happiness. You will be really, really happy during this time. You will be very close to your mother, may feel very close to your mother. Your mother may come to visit you. You may be with your mother. The separation or the emotional trouble between you and your mother will end. There will be possibility that you may really gain from real estate or vehicles, like buying of a vehicle, getting delivery of a vehicle, getting some auspicious work done in the house, like getting construction work, or maybe, you know, painting, some kind of chippings, anything, you know, anything in house can be decorating the house, getting some artifacts for the house can happen. The best part to see this prediction is not this week. I know this week you will prepare, but to come next week and see that how many things happened here, and then you will be like, oh, you know what, this also happened, that also happened. Sometimes you may also say kuch nahi hota hai, ye phaltu ka, he's wrong, he does not know anything, that also people say. But it depends on your dasha, antardasha, pratyantardasha, kind of transit that you're going through, kind of mahadasha you're going through. That is the first layer. This is the last layer, that is going to the day-to-day activities, the transit. So that is also important. But great time for inner peace, happiness, social security. The home luxury will increase during this time. And then moon enters into Gemini, Rohinchi here. Now when we talk about moon in Gemini, especially aspected by Gemini in the fifth house, a very positive placement for moon, but it is 12th from the sixth house. So enemies may try to trouble you and may create losses for you, like wealth losses. Because of enemies, debt can increase. There can also be possibility that because of children and education also, some loan you have to take, some debt you have to take, so that they can go and take education, and for which you will feel a little bit overwhelmed. This is also that period, Rohiji, where moon in the fifth house, aspecting the ninth house, very close when it is going into the sign of Cancer here, and there will be Makar Sankranti also, sun is also moving. That time, Rohiji, there will be Purnima, full moon also happening. So this full moon time is also happening. So over emotional period for all the Aquarius ascendant people. Those who are in love and deep, damn deep love, they will face a lot of challenges here to communicate their expressing their expression to your loved one. So it is just a temporary phase. Don't get overwhelmed with it. Try to avoid some very specific conversations of emotional debate. That's what I would suggest. Good time for speculative gain. Good time for share market, stock market, getting money from share market. Good time for getting money through foreign country or from foreign country. If you're asking for some money from foreign country, possibility you will get it. So all the best. 15 March 2025, Astrology for Beginners, the 8-week course we will start. Now this course is $15 per class, and it is going to continue for 2 months. And there are 16 2-hour classes where we will learn exactly like we do this. Presentations will be open, the class will be done, then question and answer session will be there for you live one-on-one. So all the best for this. Hopefully I will see many of you watching right now in the class learning astrology. Pisces ascendant, one of the most pious ascendant in the world, Jupiter ruled. Moon is entering into Pisces only in the beginning of the week. Like, what a nice beginning when Moon saying, okay, reset, let's start. And then, it will keep going on and on and on. So Moon is entering into ascendant here, the Lord of the fifth house. Very, very awesome. Moon is very, very well, what you say, well deserved planet, or we can call well, he achieved a lot of happiness in this ascendant. Moon is a very benefic for this ascendant, fifth house lord. Mars is very benefic. So 3 planets, Jupiter, Mars and Moon, are very, very extremely benefic for Pisces ascendant people. Now here what is happening, Moon enters into the ascendant with Rahu, can create mind fog. That means it can create or mind fog. You understand what fog it means. It can get your mind completely F word also. And the reason is that illusion, suddenly getting into some kind of fight, suddenly, getting some kind of wrong information from someone and reacting over it. So try to be only react on things that you see. Emotionally, don't react on other people's news to you. That is the beginning. This is the great time now. From 7th of January till 9th of January, Moon will be into Aries. So there is Rashi Parivartan between Moon and Mars. Mars is in the house of Moon, Moon is in the house of Mars. Both are having a collective aspect on the 8th house. And whenever I tell you that second house and 8th house, sorry, for 7th house, 5th house and 8th house make a combination, there is some kind of very great speculative gains. And one of the Pisces ascendant people told me also, I was doing an appointment. He's from Texas, very good, now a very good friend of mine. He told me that I invested in Tesla stocks. Like he said, yeah, I had good money in August, yeah. He said I took all my money, like around $300,000. He said I put everything in Tesla. He's like, I cannot. You want to go, Rohit? You go and see the graph from August till now for Tesla share. It has almost came into double. His whole money became double. So such kind of speculative gain also people are getting. This is Pisces ascendant guy only. Now I don't know, stock Tesla stock has gone down, so he must be crying now. I did not talk to him. I'm talking to him on 9th. So let's hope for the best. On 9th only when Moon will enter into Taurus. Okay. Anyways, so 7th till 9th, lot of speculative gains. Fifth house and second house, Moon has gone. Moon is there. Moon is going to give you a lot of gains during this time. My monetary gains, sudden gains. So I don't know what you have invested, but suddenly some gains is coming. Or if you have not, this is a very good time for investment, because long run in this pious period, if you have done something, it will come and give you great news only. Second house is family and speech. Also, there will be emotional encounter between family and you. So let's hope for the best. Later, Moon will come into exalted position into Taurus. If any communication with the government, with anyone, with your institutional, with your what you say job, or in any kind of, even in your educational sector, those who are doing PhDs and whatnot, institutional activities, there also any communication that you want to initiate, this is the right period. Moon entering into Taurus, exalted position, exactly 11th from its sign, and with Jupiter in the third house. This is a house that your communication will be like honey, like that pure, like honey, and it will be easily bought by other people. Those who are in marketing, communication, those who are in writing, literature, journalism, media, entertainment, any communication kind of business work, you will see a great growth in your life. You will see amazing possibilities in your life, and some recognition, some power also coming to you. Your courage and your power of taking initiation will be at the peak here. Finally, Moon will enter into Gemini. Now look at Moon here. Moon is the lord of the fifth house, sitting 12th from its well. Expenses due to kids, expenses for children, expenses due to traveling of kids, expenses for your loved ones, expenses for education can happen here, and which is good, no? Without expenses, how will life run? We have to do expenses, lot and lot of expenses, so we can expect this. But this is the fourth house where it is the real natural energy of Moon is also there, so you will feel very nurtured, you will feel very great, you will feel very blessed. In fact, those who are in medical field, especially dentist or medical those who are into dermatologist, dentist, medical field, they will feel much more positive, better, because look at Venus. It is into Satabhisha nakshatra. It is into Satabhisha nakshatra. The 8th house lord is making Viparit Rajyog there, so medical people will see, and it is in the 12th house of medical placement, so those who are studying also medicine will also feel much better. On an overall sense, this week is a very, very awesome, great week for all the people. The only reason or only challenge here is in the beginning of the week, when your mind can go crazy because of illusion and because of some brain fog and mind fog. So that's where you have to be careful, otherwise you are sorted. And 15th of March 2025 onwards, the Astrology for Beginners, the 8-week course will start. So I would suggest everyone to enroll into this. $15 per class is the fees. So I think this is quite affordable. So all the best. Have a great time. And Rohitji, thank you so much for your service, and Happy New Year to you too.
Thank you. Happy New Year to you too, and to all the family members also. To well start for the year. Positive predictions for all and gains also. So we pray a very happy and prosperous years to all the family members of ACS too. For consultations, as you know, people are in the queue because of these yearly consultations also. But now the new year is started and Akashji in new energy, and so you can also take consultations appointment, number on the screen and link in description box. Most welcome. Thank you very much. Thank you, Akashji. Thank you for your great predictions, and we'll see you in next video. Till then, Jai Shri
जय
Ram.
श्री
Jai
राम,
Hanuman.
जय हनुमान, जय माता दी, जय माँ लक्ष्मी, ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम